Those who have been selected are going completely insane. How come? Because they finally comprehended what the skies had been shouting since you were born. There will never be a person like you. Your energy signature is unique, like a cosmic fingerprint. It is difficult to reproduce and cannot be found anywhere else in the vast universe. You are the result of the divine architect's utilization of unique materials and unusual celestial components not found in any other individual creature. They laughed at you when you built those hallowed walls around your soul that could not be breached. You were described as difficult. Someone informed me that you requested for too much. Now look at them, desperately attempting to show that they are capable of fulfilling the standards that they had before mocked. Your honesty is not only commendable, it's virtually legendary. When you refuse to sacrifice your spiritual principles, you trigger a cosmic law. This is the universal truth that screams out in all dimensions because it has been disclosed. Those who have interfered with your spiritual journey are now confronting the inescapable repercussions of their interference with the chosen energy. The spiritual boomerang never misses its aim. Do you recall a moment when they put you to the test, pushing you right up against your limitations, like waves against a cliff? In all cases, the cliff remains, and the waves have receded. They've returned, claiming to have changed and begging with you to prove they're trustworthy. In contrast, the heavenly clock is a loud clock with a clear message. Certain opportunities are soon to expire. Not only have people come to value your norms, but they have also developed into the standard by which all others are measured. Your unwavering commitment to your truth is altering the world around you. The divine realm observes with delight. Your improvement was neither sluggish nor understated. Rather, it was explosive, like a spiritual supernova, sending shockwaves into several physical realms. Individuals who are still operating at lower frequencies can sense your ascension, and it disturbs them to the core during the time you are separated from your partner, especially during those dark hours of the soul when you felt abandoned and alone as a transformation was taking place. They did not get the chance to witness the holy cocoon for themselves. Since you've surfaced, it's difficult to deny your true character. One cannot lessen the intensity of the light that you emit. It announces your heavenly essence without requiring you to say anything. If God's kindness has touched you, don't keep it a secret. Select Super. Thank you. So, by contributing $100 or more to help spread His light, you are creating a ripple of kindness, blessing hearts, and growing His kingdom. Allow His abundance to pass through you. Be aware that other individuals are experiencing a spontaneous awakening simply because they are on the same path as you, without their awareness or permission. Your vibration is so strong that it awakens them from their spiritual rest. Some individuals resist this coerced awakening, clinging to their comfortable illusions and unwilling to let go of them. A handful of individuals succumb to it, expressing thankfulness that your presence sparked something they were unable to start on their own. Each time the sun rises, the transformation gap between you and others widens. Those who formerly thought they were on level with you, or even more foolishly superior to you, are now terrified as a consequence of the developing discrepancy. There has been a divine modification to the hierarchy. The cosmic scales are in balance. Where do you stand? Without a question. Now take a look at yourself. Calm, satisfied, and bountiful, despite the fact that the world is chaotic. The eye of the storm is where you will find yourself standing in total quiet. The people who are still battling the storm are confused by this amazing harmony. How do they retain their composure? They whisper to one another. What are they attempting to conceal? This is what they insist on. They cannot understand that your achievement comes from a heavenly source that is infinite, unconditioned, and unstoppable. Because of their weak cognitive abilities, they are unable to grasp prosperity without the necessity for combat. Peace and pleasure are not negotiable. Your satisfaction serves as a spark for their deepest insecurity. When they are in your presence, they are forced to face the upsetting fact that they have been looking for phantom riches. You have tapped into an endless supply of money. Neither the contrast nor the finding can be emphasized in their significance. You were constructing kingdoms inside yourself while others were exhausting themselves by seeking outer acceptance. You were concentrating your force in isolation. The results speak for themselves. Your cup is brimming, while others are grasping empty containers, wondering where they went wrong along the way. You do not need to gain anything from others, including their approval, understanding, or resources. All things considered, complete self-sufficiency is arguably the most perilous of them all. Is it feasible to impose power on someone who has no requirements? Not at all. You are under continuous observation. Former relationships. Keep an eye on whatever you do from a distance. Individuals who previously overlooked your potential are now keeping a watch on your accomplishments. Because the internet world provides them with glimpses into your growth, they are unable to ignore every accomplishment that you broadcast, which becomes their own source of mental torment. Every grin captured in your images serves as a persistent reminder of what they have lost. The fact that you have completed each milestone demonstrates their awful lack of judgment as they go through your life. They leave behind a tremendous combination of adoration and remorse that produces bodily suffering. Those who ignored you and rejected your supernatural abilities as ordinary now want to reconnect with you. They draft messages that they never planned to submit. They rehearse their apologies in deserted rooms. They dream about chance meetings that will allow them to display how much they have changed. The unfolding of this drama is guided by divine timing. The celestial clockwork is accurate and serves a useful function other than keeping track of notable events between June and August. The cosmic portal opens at this moment, allowing for massive reconciliations or ultimate closures. Only you will be able to make the choice. It is neither a coincidence or an innocent observation on their side. It serves a divine purpose, to see your developing destiny without being able to participate in it, to see what they might have taken for themselves if they had recognized your value when it was freely available to them. Regret is usually shown to be the most effective teacher. Previously, the window of opportunity was rather large. Nevertheless, it has reduced to a very little size. It will shortly be entirely shut off. To ensure the futures of both parties, there is no way to negotiate, extend, or override this cosmic deadline. Even the most impassioned appeals or assurances cannot do this. You're here for a purpose. If you feel called, answer it. Click Join to get access to rare information, in-depth insights, and a strong community. This is not just a membership. It is an awakening. Step into your divine mission. Join the chosen. Those who neglected to see your value are now forced to face their regrets. In its purest, most concentrated form, the law that applies to everyone is unwavering. Offerings to God are no longer valid. Despite the fact that the feast had been prepared and an invitation had been sent, they chose not to attend. The perfume of the food is now coming from the shut doors outside. Second chances can only come about via God's involvement by divine decision. The roads that would typically lead back to you have been carefully removed, and the bridges have been damaged. Only those who have been specifically selected by higher powers will be given an extra chance to join your hallowed circle. Whether they are involved, mathematical accuracy determines how your destiny unfolds. There were no long breaks in the cosmic blueprint for those who couldn't keep up with your general advancement. The divine architect designed your path with certain spirits who were allocated to specific chapters. They argued that they were entitled to volumes, even if some were only designed for a single paragraph. Every link that has been ended creates space for future alignments. New portals will appear in front of you, while doors shut behind you. These new gateways will lead to partnerships with such deep resonance and purpose that your previous interactions will be shown to be nothing more than preparation. Basic lessons prior to the masterclass. You are surrounded with affirmation written in the language of synchronicity and heavenly blessings. Unexpected financial windfalls occur just when they are most needed. Your highest purpose is inextricably related to the possibilities that come to you with no effort on your behalf. Individuals or organizations that have previously overlooked your excellence make an unexpected recognition. There are rooms where your name is displayed, but you have never entered. Your work may reach someone you've never talked to before. The divine marketing team works hard on your behalf to ensure that your gifts reach the intended recipients. This might be the most obvious indication of your unfathomable tranquility in the midst of the chaos around you. You can see the perfect order amid what seems to be chaos, while others are terrified and desperately seeking protection. You may rest with unshakable certainty. Your calm is not a sign of denial. Rather, it is a heavenly certainty. The knowledge that your security is ensured to the highest possible degree. The synchronicities get increasingly acute on a weekly basis, including precisely timed messages, repeated numbers, and dreams that predict future events before they occur. You are not getting a dismal message. Rather, you are getting obvious evidence that your alignment with the cosmic plan is full and irreversible. Those who have lost access to your unique energy signature are physically unable to recreate it. Although an alternative exists, one cannot discover an acceptable substitute. It is impossible for another soul in the vast cosmic library of souls to communicate the specific frequency. But you have. The divine has worked hard to prepare you for unprecedented recognition. The delays that you viewed as setbacks prompted you to reevaluate your plan. You experienced rejections, which served as spiritual protection. Your time being alone served as specialized training for the one and only role that you are capable of holding. Blessed by his favor, click Super. Thank you, and please donate $100 to spread his light. Your donation sows seeds that develop his kingdom. Be the benefit. Your limits should be maintained with total conviction. Your judgment will continue to develop, and the tests will get more tough as time passes. Individual spirits who are unable to achieve even the most basic of your requirements will return with elaborate displays meant to show their transformation. Make certain that every returning entity is treated to the full range of verification processes before granting them entry to your field. Trust with total certainty that whatever you let go of is creating place for the experiences and relationships that are meant to come your way. Nothing, not even energy, not even time. In the divine economy, nothing goes to waste, even potential. Each setback adds to the overall framework of your goals and ambitions. When people look at you right now, they see both a person and a potential. This is a live example of what may be generated via spiritual harmony. Since the beginning of your life, you have been a living example of the realization of divine potential, as seen by the brightness you emanate. Serves as a cosmic mirror, pushing people to examine their own spiritual condition and accept responsibility for it. They are unable to continue to accept their own lies or maintain their comfortable denials when in your presence. Your genuine power creates an atmosphere in which truth-telling is choice, making faking hard to survive. This mirror effect may explain the majority of the powerful response you've seen. You are not the cause of their pain. Rather, it is the knowledge you provide with them about themselves. Your independence highlights their chains. Your calmness contrasts with their jumbled thoughts, revealing their suffering. Your lucidity is clear. In many circumstances, the news is exceedingly tough to accept. Some people may attack this mirror in an attempt to eliminate the image they are unwilling to face. Rather of accepting their own divine potential, others will worship it, lifting you to an uncomfortably high position. Very few individuals would utilize it appropriately, that is, as a source of inspiration for their own spiritual growth and proof that such progress is possible. The brightness you emit is precisely tuned for this time in the history of the universe. It is neither so faint that it can be disregarded, nor so overwhelming that it completely obscures your view. This exact brightness serves the ultimate spiritual goal of illuminating precisely what needs to be seen and casting shadows where contrasts must be recognized. It is not your light that generates the truth. Rather, it is your light that reveals what has always been present. It is critical to remember that every unfavorable response to your presence demonstrates that you are real in proportion to the intensity of the resistance, and the truth you represent will be more powerful. Pebbles experience even less pressure than diamonds. The most intense brains are attracted to lightning rods like magnets. The degree to which you may stir others is proportional to your spiritual importance. Everyone in the universe wants to obtain access to your energy stores, since it is the most valuable money in the universe. Divine accountants have seen the unequal trades in your history, particularly how generously you gave and how little you got in return. This cosmic ledger is presently undergoing rigorous balance. In part, the supernatural prosperity you are experiencing is cosmic recompense for other people's unlawful withdrawals from your energy accounts. This remuneration is provided in the form of interest, dividends, and miraculous multiplication. Be wary of sudden reappearances that are more likely to be driven by a need for energy than by a genuine connection. Many individuals may approach you with complicated reasons and performances when their underlying motivation is to obtain access to your zone of plenty. You will be able to discern their true intentions before they utter a word, thanks to the discernment procedures that have been downloaded into your brain. You are about to enter a phase in which your energy must be treated as a valuable resource and intentionally directed just toward initiatives and relationships that have been sanctioned by the divine itself. If there is any leakage toward the expiration of assignments, your progress toward destiny fulfillment will be hindered. Everywhere you look, the pace of manifestation is unprecedented. What used to take years might now be completed in a couple of weeks. What was required for months is now measured in days. There is no prospect for this acceleration. Rather, it indicates that your vibrational resonance with source energy is happening. You, on the other hand, have been assigned an accelerated timeline owing to the urgency of your cosmic duty. While others are still subject to traditional manifestation timetables, your experiences have shown that the old boundaries between the concept world and manifestation have been torn down, leading in near-instantaneous consequences. To keep up with this acceleration, you will need to develop new levels of discipline in your thoughts, words, and goals. The luxury of a carelessly gloomy view or idle conjecture has been reversed. Your creative power has been substantially enhanced, and as a consequence, even transient concepts are quickly gaining traction via the manifestation process. The enhanced timeline also removes interference produced by low-frequency vibrations. It is difficult for those operating at standard frequencies to disrupt something they are unable to detect. They are unable to disrupt or ruin your divine appointments because your manifestations are happening at a higher pace than theirs. You are now experiencing what others consider to be amazing, as if it were Tuesday. What was formerly unique has now become the ordinary for you. It is now normal for you to encounter the otherworldly. This normalized heavenly experience widens the gap between your reality and your regular living. Previously, synchronicities would have stopped you in your tracks, but today they are received with nothing more than a pleasant acknowledgement. Divine interventions in your everyday life are now anticipated within the framework of your own particular experience, although previously seeming implausible. The barrier that divides worlds has gotten increasingly permeable. It is exactly the normality of the supernatural that prompts others to react in such dramatic ways. When you make a fleeting reference to situations that fall outside of their belief systems, they are compelled to either widen their vision of reality or reject the truth that you are providing. Many individuals choose rejection because developing requires a great deal of energy and courage. People who are still caught in materialist paradigms benefit from your real-world interaction with divine forces. Pause. You defy institutional gatekeepers because of your direct access to divine knowledge. Those who are committed in controlling traditional paths of accomplishment are weakened by your capacity to materialize outside of established channels. You are found by the cosmic spotlight, and its luminosity cannot be averted or misdirected. No human praise or fame on earth can compare to this heavenly admiration. It is a fundamental realignment of global energies to provide support for the goal you have set. This appreciation was never a coincidence or an accident. The cosmic algorithms decided that you are unique. Frequency is required for the present evolutionary phase on the planet. Your unique blend of skills, limitations, experiences, and lessons gained generates a code that allows you to access different aspects of the collective awakening. The amount of attention you are now getting from both visible and unseen worlds will continue to grow. Prepare for an increase in the frequency of divine interventions in your daily activities, as well as an increase in the synchronicity and intuitive downloads you get. There are creatures from several realms gathered around you to lend assistance. and they are all working together to ensure your victory. This divine acknowledgement is the cause of the surprise attention expressed by others who had before overlooked the value of your presence. Their higher selves realize your vital position in the unfolding cosmic drama, but their conscious selves do not. Their egos may forget the importance of you, but their souls will always remember. The divine realm seldom issues ultimatums. Rather, it seeks to honor free choice by showing great patience and offering several chances. On the other side, cosmic tipping moments occur when irrevocable judgments must be taken and ultimate alignments must be attained. This is where we have landed, with the start of the energy sorting based on their vibrational purpose and the decisions they make. Souls are allocated to time frames that are most appropriate for them. It is not a kind of punishment, but rather accuracy. Every awareness is being steered to experiences that are appropriate for its present developmental trajectory and future potential. Those who see your light early on and continue to accept it will remain in your rising timeline. Those who have refused, ignored, or sought to dull that light are being directed to different worlds in a gentle but firm way. These realities are locations where people can get the instruction they need. This cosmic sorting explains the sense of finality that you get in connection to certain links. This certainty is not a product of emotional residue or unhealed wounds. Rather, it is the outcome of a thorough understanding of global realignment, which is necessary for the cosmic story. Certain chapters are coming to a clear end. If you do not completely embrace your mission right now, you risk getting reassigned. This divine ultimatum applies to you as well. There is no more tolerance for delay or partial dedication since the cosmic conditions for your function cannot be met. It is essential to fill the position. And, although you are the preferred candidate, the final decision to fill the post is up to you. Prepare yourself for the sensation of urgency that pervades the atmosphere around you. The precision of atomic clocks brings us closer to the cosmic deadline. This is not the gentle nudge that was delivered during those early spiritual experiences. Rather, this is a clear signal to take your position right now. The global architecture cannot accept any additional disruptions or compromises. The second phase is to completely embody oneself in order to meet the structural criteria.